Hi, everybody. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. We'll watch the Boston Celtics in this one as they go up against the Orlando Magic with two Hall of Famers, Doris Burke and Grant Hill. I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. So a look at our starters for Orlando. The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell-Pope. Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. And it's Batadze in at the center position. And for the Celtics, the two Jays, Brown at the 3 and Tatum at the 4. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. And it's Porzingis in at the center position, locking down the middle. Grant, looking at these two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
Now here's Tatum. White with it. He's picked up by Banchero. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
Don't sleep on the athleticism of Derek White. How fast did he get off his feet to punch that one home?
Kicks it out to Wagner. Suggs against Holiday. Shot clock at 5. It's Suggs with a drive.
This is a demonstration of how dangerous Jalen Suggs can be when he decides to take it to the rack with strength. Woo-hoo-hoo.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I was able to talk to Joe Mazzulla for a minute. I asked him how he plans to slow down Paolo Banchero, and Coach told me, look, he's an all-star, so you've got to guard him with your whole team. He's big, he's strong, he can punish you down low, but he's also quick and has the ability to beat you on the perimeter. We'll have to be disciplined tonight, B.A.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Now here's Banchero. Oh, it's blocked! It deflects off the backboard. Tatum against Caldwell-Pope. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
I'll tell you, that defense was on point. But how about the better offense of Jason Tatum on his way to the cup? Woo-hoo.
Wagner, the pass to Caldwell-Pope. To the paint. From down low. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
You're fighting to keep the possession alive, something this guy does so well.
Holiday with the ball. Caldwell-Pope covering, and that one good.
Yeah, in the paint, Holiday's agility makes him tough to contain. He just needs a little space to go to work.
And here's Suggs. Pass to Batadze. To the inside. Here's Banchero. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
For Boston, they've gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Back to Holiday. Brown against Wagner. Tatum, a screen on Wagner. And here's Brown for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc.
That three-point shooting sets up every aspect of Jaylen Brown's game. What a pretty shot.
And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Magic trail by 3. And the expression, not enough touches to go around. Do the Celtics risk falling into that trap, Doris?
Well, first and foremost, B.A., if that's a problem for you, it's a good one to have. I think the key here is with all the weapons available, you have to have some personal sacrifice. And to this point, this team has been willing to do that.
Oh, Tatum slams it home.
Well, the increasing strength of Jason Tatum is making it harder to knock him off his path. That is nice.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Holiday against Suggs. Over Holiday. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Brown can't hit. Magic trail by 3. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Here's Batase. Misses the 3. And so Brown will bring it up for Boston. Here's Tatum. Misses the jumper from the wing.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Pass to Caldwell Pope. Van Carroll against Tatum. Oh, Van Carroll throws it down.
And this is why you must push Banchero out of the paint, or else he'll slam it all over you.
Tatum passes to Porzingis. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Now here's Banchero. 6 points for him. Back to Suggs. Three-pointer. Wagner, left side. Pass to Suggs. Batase with a screen. Second shot opportunity. And stolen by Porzingis. Here's Tatum. Holiday taking his time here. Porzingis with it. He's covered by Suggs. The kick to Tatum. Just 5 to shoot. White, the pass to Porzingis. There's a screen. Holiday from long range. Orlando with the rebound. Wagner for 3. Hauled in by Brown. Boston leading by 3. On the wing, Tatum. Back to Brown. Outside Porzingis. Off target from outside.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
Tatum passes to Porzingis. Back to Tatum. Kick out to Brown. From deep three-point land. They get the rebound. White on the wing. Knocks it down from distance. White's got 5 points.
Yeah, on the catch-and-shoot game, Derek White very assertive, ready to react.
And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Doris, it's hard to pick one, but Derek White is in the running for best defensive guard.
It's so true, and what Derek White does perhaps better than any other guard is block shots. When we talk about top arm ball defenders, he's also on that list. You want to talk about somebody who can get in the passing lane and be disruptive. He's on that list. Truly can do it all.
Banchero passes to Suggs. And here's Banchero. Down low. It's stolen by Holiday. And finished off by Tatum.
Oh, how easy it is to get off your feet. How about the spring from Jason Tatum?
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, Paolo Banchero grew up in Seattle playing pros every summer, and that gave him a huge leg up in the NBA. He said, quote, "They'd always tell me it's not as hard as you think. You just have to be focused and locked in." That's what led to me having that demeanor. Brian?
The 2023 Rookie of the Year, Allie. He hit the ground running. Now here's Banchero. 6 points for him. The dunk with a foul on top of it. So strong.
And you can run offense through Banchero time and time again. I mean, he is a special talent.
And now we get a little perspective here on how the hustle game has been for the Celtics.
They've made an effort to get out and run, using their speed in transition and scoring before the defense can get set.
They've also done a really good job taking advantage of miscues. Their defense has been stifling in this one.
And that one misses. I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Now here's Suggs. Clock at 4. From outside the arc. Holiday grabs the miss. And so Holiday will bring it up for Boston. 6-point lead. Horford passes to Brown. Outside Holiday. Back to Brown. And they're on the run. Jumps up. Oh, now that's how you finish a break. Throw it down with force.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
And the jam by Brown.
Oh, my goodness. How about that move by Jaylen Brown? That is spectacular.
Suggs, the pass to Batadze. Holiday against Suggs. Connects from downtown. Suggs has got 7 points.
Boy, if Suggs is knocking this shot down consistently, the spacing will open up.
Holiday against Suggs. Puts up a 3. And the basket by Holiday. He's got 5.
And this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end. Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Pass to White. Suggs against Holiday. Here's Brown. Oh, my goodness! Cocked it back and fired it home!
Well, this is where the powerful frame and explosive athleticism of Jaylen Brown becomes a problem for the opponent. Nicely done.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Suggs against Holiday. Now here's Suggs. Tightly guarded. And he drops it in from the low post.
So cunning and effective in screen and rolls. I really like watching Suggs operate in these sets.
Banchero against Horford. And here's Brown for 3. Rebound by the Magic.
And that's how you have to defend him out there on the three-point line. Played him perfectly.
It's deflected.
That's anticipation on the defensive end by Derek White. Send it back, young sir.
Inside. Here's Porzingis. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
This night already has the makings of an offensive war.
Well, the fans love it. Coaches may not like the lack of defense, but boy, the rules promote scoring, no doubt.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. Nice D from Brown. Porzingis for 3. It's hauled in by Black. Grant, they could attempt a 2-for-1 here.
They could. The key here is a good look.
Celtics lead by 6. Outside Holiday from deep. Pure from three-point range. Holiday's got 8 points.
With balance and good rhythm, Holiday serves as an effective catch-and-shoot player.
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Here's the Taze, defended by Porzingis. The 3-ball. Shot's good by Black. Here's Brown. 7 points in the game. The 3 is up. He can't get that one to fall. And so it's Boston with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. They've been aggressive in transition and find themselves in front. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And for Boston guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, coming into tonight, maybe you thought they were going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Nope, that's not the case.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
Magic trail by 6. So for Orlando right now, filling out the wings, Anthony and Wagner. Then it's Wendell Carter, and it's Black in at the point. Fires from the corner. Anthony misses.
Defensive positioning so important, and he could not have played him better there.
Well, after a decade of uncertainty, Magic fans now have a lot to cheer about.
This is the most optimism they've had around the team since the Dwight Howard era. And it centers around their young star, Paolo Banchero. He is going to be a force for a very long time.
The ability for Jason Tatum to be ready on the catch, those opportunities make the game a little bit easier.
Anthony with a bucket.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
Second quarter of basketball, about a minute played so far. Tatum against Wagner. 6 to shoot. On the wing, Tatum over Wagner. Offensive board. Cornet. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And this is something he does all too well. Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he doesn't think twice about passing it out. Just going right for the slam.
No reason to do so there. He was going to leave, no doubt.
Here's Black following the bucket by the Celtics. From the arc. Horford pulls it in. Here's Pritchard. Still no points. Tatum drops the hammer.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Anthony outside. Picked by Carter. Here's the 3. The rebound, Celtics.
Well, you can see why the defense dared him to shoot it. That's not really his spot.
Anthony grabs the board.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
With the drive, and Anthony slams it in.
Man, my goodness, the momentum of the drive, the airtime on the finish. Cole Anthony, that is too nice.
Tatum against Wagner. Tatum passes to Hauser. Pass to Horford. Oh, getting it done. Horford gets it to go.
Well, pretty good awareness, right, from Al Horford. He has the wherewithal to get off a quality shot.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. And Boston with some changes. Porzingis comes in for Cornette. And Drew Holiday is subbed in for Horford. Bataze's checked in for Orlando. Suggs comes in for Anthony. Here's Suggs. Oh, wow!
That is elite athleticism. Mr. Suggs, can you put on a show for us?
Boston leading by 9. Outside Holiday. Back to Pritchard. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Wagner for 3. Here's Suggs. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Suggs has got 13 now.
Well, Jalen Suggs sees an opportunity to create an extra chance for his team, and he goes after it.
Here's Tatum. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
Here's Bataze. Give him 8 points now. Wagner, right side. Outside Carter. He shoots a 3. Knocks down the triple. Carter's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. All right, Grant, give it to us straight here. What's the deal with star treatment in the NBA, you think?
Star treatment? What is that, B.A.? No, I think some players have a reputation which might help them on 50-50 calls. And you could argue that some players have a reputation that hinders them on the 50-50 calls. So it really just all depends.
Here's Black. Pass to Wagner. Here's Bataze. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Holiday. Here's Carter. Off the inbound pass.
Boy, as good as he is on the offensive end, Jason Tatum showing he can be a factor defensively.
Celtics lead by 6. Takes the 3. That won't go either for Tatum. Suggs outside. Wagner for 3. The rebound by Jason Tatum.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Pritchard, the pass to Tatum. That won't go either for Tatum.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
Sinks it from distance.
Such a good mix of moves. Getting in his bag, Franz Wagner on the pull-up jumper.
Tatum passes to Holiday. Boston again missing. Here's Orlando. They're on a 12-4 run. Here's Black. Suggs outside. Wagner for 3. Porzingis grabs the board. Boston has gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
Now, this is one of the best scorers in the game today. Jason Tatum, we're getting used to performances like this.
Suggs, the pass to Black. Here's Bataze on the wing. Suggs for 3. Boston pulls it in. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound in this one. There's Tatum with the 3. Not falling for him there. 7 for 15 now. Carter from outside. Hauser grabs the board. Celtics lead by 5. For 3, Porzingis. Rebounded by Suggs. Suggs has got 4 rebounds now. Well, Doris, you watch Kristaps Porzingis at the defensive end. He changes a lot of shots.
There is no doubt, B.A. It's 7'2". It isn't just simply about sending shots back. It's about changing the trajectory. But I think, as importantly, guys don't want to go in the lane because of his presence.
Misses the 3. Used the pump fake well, but he couldn't capitalize. Tatum with it. He's got 15. Outside Holiday. Back to Tatum. Pass to Holiday. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. Tatum's got 3 assists in the game.
Always reading the angles. Holiday's able to find his shot.
Here's Bataze. Give him 8. Launches it. And Wagner hits from deep. Wagner's got 6.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Some changes for Boston. Al Horford's checked in for Tatum. Brown comes in for Hauser. And it's White in for Pritchard. Holiday finds Horford. Porzingis with it. Out of bounds. It'll be Orlando's ball. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
This Magic team is making moves in the East. Star forward Paolo Banchero said, "We're a lot more competitive. We know we're talented. We can play with anybody, and we've proven it. Just one game at a time." Brian?
Got to take that simple approach. A team on the rise, Allie. Thank you. Boston making a switch here. Cornette's checked in. Here's Batadze. Give him 8 points now. Caldwell Pope for 3. Holiday grabs the miss.
And that's a strong closeout defensively. Great effort to deter the shot.
Brown passes to White. Nice move. And the jam by Brown.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown so quick off his feet. What a vertical threat he is.
Pass to De Silva. And that one is hammered home.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right, you can see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Three-pointer goes up, three-pointer goes down for White.
He's not always assertive on the catch, but Derek White rising fire from three-point, and it is on target.
Banchero outside. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Banchero's got 9.
You know, we talk all the time about how important it is to have bigs who can stretch the floor. An example there.
Porzingis surveying the floor. And he dunks it down.
And clearly not enough defensive presence there.
Well, he just took advantage and a ferocious jam.
You know, but at this level, almost any guy can throw it down on you if you leave him wide open.
Oh, Banchero throws it down.
He will muscle his way down the lane. Watch out when Banchero comes tumbling by.
Brown inside. Whoa! Jaylen Brown, do it!
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Caldwell Pope, the pass to Batadze. And it's rejected. White against Caldwell Pope. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. It's on Contavious Caldwell-Pope. Boston shooting their first free throw of the contest. Boston making a switch here. Craig's checked in.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
The free throw off from White. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics.
Oh! Get you some!
Show us some power. A dynamic finish, then decides to hang out a little for good measure.
Yep, that's the exclamation point right there. And the jam by Brown.
Well, at 6'7", this is a forward Jaylen Brown who handles it well, cuts his way right through the defense.
Suggs outside. Batadze with a screen. Suggs, the pass to Batadze. And Porzingis with the block. Holiday against Suggs. Outside Craig. Pass to Brown. Brown draws the double. The three from Craig. Orlando grabs the miss. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. The offensive rebound. Here's Caldwell-Pope. Porzingis grabs the board. Porzingis has got 5 rebounds in the game. Brown finds Craig. And stolen by Banchero. 14 feet away. And Caldwell-Pope gets it to go.
Nice job to recognize the lack of D in that medium range area.
Fires from way outside. That one doesn't drop. And so it's Jason Tatum making highlights for the Boston Celtics. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. We'll be back in a moment. And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. And you know, Jason Tatum, he's been really making it happen, guys.
I love how effortlessly he scored. The game just comes so easy for him.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
And so here is Orlando. 7-point differential. The perimeter pairing. It's White and Brown. Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. And it's Holiday in at the point guard position. That's the Boston 5.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Oh!
You see an illustration of how well Jaylen Brown understands their system. He's got great command of this offense.
Now here's Wagner. For 3, Caldwell-Pope. Boston pulls it in. White's got 4 rebounds now. Porzingis for 3. Orlando with a rebound. Now Wagner. Over Tatum. And it's Wagner missing. And so it's Porzingis with it. He brings it up for Boston. Brown finds Tatum. Caldwell-Pope pulls it in. Caldwell-Pope's got 6 rebounds here tonight. The 3. Kicks it out to Wagner. The 3 from Banchero. From distance, Paolo.
And I think we're going to see a lot of nights like this from Banchero. He is built to score and never seems to take a play off.
Outside Tatum. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday. Tatum's got 18.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now here's Tatum. He's got 18. And then jammed down as he goes right over Paolo Banchero.
Yeah, the handle of Jason Tatum is special, and he has tightened that handle over the course of years.
Banchero outside. Porzingis on the double team. Back to Banchero. Launches a three. Porzingis grabs the board. Boston leading by 11. Pass to Tatum. And then Tatum slams it in.
Oh, my goodness. Jason Tatum, you've got to be kidding me. How pretty was that?
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. You know, it's easy to focus on Jason Tatum scoring, but Doris, he's excellent in a number of areas.
Brian, he's a high-level rebounder. He now knows how to keep his teammates involved. He's competitive on the defensive end and willing to absorb a big-time assignment. He has got a complete game.
Well, we're into the third. Third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. The three from Suggs. Boston pulls it in. Brown's got his 5th rebound in this one. They double team Brown. Pass to Porzingis. Off the mark there with a 3. Magic trail by 13. Caldwell Pope with it. Now guarded by White. Looking to end the run. Caldwell Pope's shot is off. For Boston, they've gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. And Brown rising high for the finish.
Yeah, Brown just doing a great job getting after it, mixing it up on the window.
Outside, Caldwell Pope drains the triple. Caldwell Pope's got 5 now.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost him 3.
Outside, Brown. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Orlando shooting about 43% in this one. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
What you love about Paolo is he can go left or right, and the score off the bounce is just on point.
Porzingis with a screen on Suggs. Holiday against Suggs. Holiday passes to Porzingis. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 6 assists in the game.
Well, this is where Porzingis thrives. He is shot ready on the catch.
Now here's Suggs. 13 points in the game. Caldwell Pope against Porzingis. And stolen by Banchero. In transition, the Magic on the run. Here's Caldwell Pope. And he bangs it home with one hand.
You can see the feel Franz Wagner has for the game. Just great vision right there.
Tatum passes to Porzingis. Now Holiday. White on the wing. Lets it go. It's rebounded by Batadze. Batadze's got his 4th rebound in this one. Looking to get back on track. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Let's remember, at 6'10", Franz Wagner is a tough cover, especially when he's going off the dribble drive.
JB off the bounce. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Wagner outside. The 3 from Banchero. Boston with a rebound. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Holiday against Suggs. Holiday passes to Brown. Tatum with a screen. This one for 3. It's hauled in by the Magic. Banchero's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Suggs outside. Wagner for 3. It's hauled in by White. White's got 6 rebounds in the game. Outside Holiday. On the wing, Tatum. Guarded by Banchero. Clock at 6. It's Tatum working inside.
Well, you see the effectiveness of Jason Tatum in close. Don't sleep on both his strength and his length.
Suggs against Holiday. Banchero outside. Pass to Wagner. Let's go with a 3. Drills it from deep. Wagner's got 11.
Franz Wagner is a very capable offensive player. Knock down those deep shots, young sir.
Outside Holiday. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by Batadze. Batadze's got 5 rebounds tonight. Caldwell Pope. The pass to Banchero. Poke loose. Caldwell Pope against Tatum. Brown. And Brown with the stuff.
Well, Jason Tatum has proven he can score at the NBA level, but you want to see him share the basketball. Pretty pass.
Suggs finds Wagner. Caldwell Pope against White. And Carroll with a screen on Brown. Wagner for 3. It's hauled in by White. Celtics lead by 12. It's Brown on the wing, defended by Wagner. And Brown with the stuff.
You're not going to get stops against him unless you give an effort.
And so it's Suggs. He brings it up for the Magic. Batadze with a screen. Takes a 3. Suggs, no good. Boy, this offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes you difficult to defend.
Yeah, the evolution of Tatum as a passer is evident. This guy more committed than ever to making the right play.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Boston.
They've been slippery getting into the lane all game long, putting that help defense to the test.
And another theme in this game, to me, guys, has been how lethal they've been in transition. Attack on the break and make sure you convert.
Doris, even as he gets up there in age, Drew Holiday is still an elite defender.
Brian, it's really remarkable how valuable a piece he is. They call him the Swiss Army knife because he is one of those rare individuals that can guard all 5 positions. He understands schemes. He's willing to mix things up. Drew Holiday is elite, period.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his group.
And Holiday powers it home.
And striking without warning. Holiday can be so sudden.
Magic trail by 17. Pass to De Silva. Tatum against Isaac. Shot clock at 6. Here's De Silva. And they'll get another chance. Here's Carter. And it's slammed in by Carter.
It doesn't get any easier than that, guys. Carter Jr. gets the position he wants and goes to town.
And here's Holiday. He's got 16. Jacks up a 3. And it's Harris with the rebound. The Magic shooting just 36% in the third. To the middle. Here's Carter. Lays it up and banks it in. Carter's got 7.
Just terrific offense right there. Carter Jr. almost automatic from that spot.
Here's Holiday. And Holiday powers it home.
And just a great screen.
And they got a high-powered finish out of it.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Three-pointer Anthony. Boston pulls it in. And there's 1:38 left in the third. Pass to Horford. Here's Hauser. Fires the 3. Good. And it's Horford who picks up the assist. And the Celtics lead by 18.
When the defense totally lost track of him, he punishes them with a three-pointer. That's a bad decision.
And here's Isaac. Lets it go from deep. And Pritchard pulls it down. Outside Holiday. Shot from the top of the key. The kick to Tatum. Fires the 3. Anthony grabs the board.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
Pass to De Silva. And here's Carter. Horford covering. Harris outside. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. And Holiday powers it home.
Well, if you give Holiday a crease, that'll happen. I mean, he just blew the doors off the defense.
Magic trail by 20. Anthony feeling it out a bit. Shot to stop the run, and the jumper falls for him. Anthony's got 4 points this quarter. And the Celtics shooting has been great at 58% on the third. Pritchard, the pass to Hauser. Back to Pritchard. Tatum with it. Shoots over Isaac. Top of the key jumper, no good.
And this is exactly what you have to do to stop him. That was a tremendous contest, forcing the miss.
And so it's Boston feeling confident. 18-point lead to win that quarter. They're getting quality looks, and that's why they're shooting at such a high clip. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Fourth quarter, on the court for the Magic. Banchero and Carter Jr. make up the front court. Filling out the wings, Anthony and Wagner. And it's Black in at the 1.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. Here's Black. Inside. Anthony against White. Pass to Black. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Beyond the arc. Rebound Boston. Craig with it. Here's White. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in.
A sneaky good scorer. I don't know that you define Derek White as a scorer. He's sort of jack of all trades, but boy, he's cooking right now.
Here's Black. Pass to Banchero. Over Craig. Banchero no good. Boston leading by 22. With the floater. And he's headed to the line for 2. He gets the whistle there.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
The first one falls. No good on the second free throw. And so Banchero will bring it up for the Orlando Magic. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. And once again, off the mark by Orlando. Here's Craig. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Making plays at both ends of the floor, and it shows up in the box score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Ooh, poked away. And we're going to have a jump ball. Banchero passes to Anthony. Now here's Banchero. 5 to shoot. They need this. Boston pulls it in. White's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Fires in the triple. White's got 19 points.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
Now here's Anthony. Wagner for 3. On target from range.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Here's Pritchard. Kick out to Brown. The 3. It's hauled in by Black. Black's got his 4th rebound in this one. Wagner on the wing. And stolen by Brown. Pass to Pritchard. Now here's White. He's checked by Carter. Here's Cornette. It's hauled in by Black. Black's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. And it's slammed in by Carter.
Woo! B.A., that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good. Now here's White. Pass to Craig. The 3 is up. Again, the miss by Boston.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
The 3 from Banchero. The rebound, Celtics. White's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Pritchard. No good on the 3. The Magic have gone 2 for 7 from the field here in the 4th. Not great. Pass to Black. Wagner against Brown. Picked by Carter. 6 on the shot clock. And Wagner gets it to go.
And there's not a ton of time left, but they're still in the game.
Celtics lead by 20. And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. Porzingis is checked in for Boston. Bataze's checked in for Orlando. Caldwell Pope comes in for Anthony. White finds Craig. It's Brown on the wing. Puts the move on. And the jam by Brown.
You can see why they go to this guy so often. More often than not, he's going to be very efficient like he is right here.
Wagner against Brown. Pass to Black. Banchero with a screen on Craig. Here's Banchero. Shot clock at 6. The 3-pointer off the mark.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Here's Caldwell Pope. It's rebounded by Jaylen Brown.
He forced that one. Not a productive trip up the floor.
And in a way, by taking that one, he's bailing out the defense. It's just too easy to stop.
And the three-pointer goes.
And this is outstanding vision by Jaylen Brown. This guy dishing the ball beautifully to his teammates.
Pass to Black. Here's Batase. To the inside. And Banchero gets it to go.
Yeah, with his bigger build, Banchero sets a solid pick, and then he quickly rolls into open position.
And so Brown will bring it up for Boston. Outside Craig. Pass to White. There's the three. Another shot. Out to Craig. Fires for three. And the foul called on Kristaps Porzingis. That'll be a second foul of the game. Some changes for Boston. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Craig. And Drew Holiday is subbed in for Pritchard. And the Magic shooting an average of 43% from the floor. Pass to Black. Banchero left side. Rebound Boston. Tatum's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Outside Porzingis. Back to Tatum. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
He put some rage into that one, B.A.
You're telling me. Magic shooting 33%. This hasn't been their quarter. Wagner for three. Rebound Boston. To the paint. And stolen by Banchero. Oh, and a fast break for the Magic. Here's Batase. And the big dunk at the end of the break.
And that was a case of great anticipation skills on defense, sparking the transition game.
And that's exactly how you get yourself into transition. The gamble pays off.
Now here's Holiday. Back to Tatum. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday. Tatum's got 4 points this quarter.
And Holiday takes this responsibility seriously. When someone is open on his squad, he gets it to them.
Here's Black. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move. He's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on Tatum. Horford, he's checked in for Boston. Craig comes in for Jaylen Brown. Grant, you look at the development path of Franz Wagner. Not surprising he had an easier transition to the NBA.
But think about this, B.A. I mean, he played against men very early in Germany, splitting time in Euroball, and at Michigan let him really develop in multiple ways. So he's seen it all and is still so young.
My goodness, that's a big-time explosive move. Look out, rim. Gary Harris is in the vicinity.
Tatum passes to Holiday. The shot. Orlando with the rebound. Here's Isaac. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. That one on White.
This is a very confident young guy. Jonathan Isaac feels like he belongs in the NBA. Welcomes the contact in that instance.
Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for Boston. Brown comes in for Craig. Isaac, no good on the free throw.
Well, the potential of Jonathan Isaac is truly exciting. This guy is still a bit raw, but he has every tool to be successful, both offensively and defensively.
Have to show more effort defensively. Everyone knows he can do that from deep.
Well, to me, that's just inexcusable. You start to wonder how much they really want this basketball game.
And Banchero gets it to go.
Responding nicely with his own three, Banchero. This is how competitive this man is.
White, the pass to Holiday. Now Tatum. And the layup is good off the glass. Tatum's got 15 points here in the second half.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Jason Tatum.
And I'll tell you what, this was one easy pick for sure. From the start, he looked in total control for the entire game. It's incredible to see a player outperforming everyone else on the court.
Boy, you can see the amazing relationship he's built with the hometown fans, and it motivates him to always give them his very best. Here's Black. Pass to Batadze from behind the arc. Porzingis grabs the board. Porzingis is Boston leading by 18. The drive by Tatum, and finished off by Tatum.
Well, you can see the level of aggression. If Jason Tatum sees a window of opportunity to drive it, he will expose it.
Here's Black. He's covered by Holiday. Black passes to Batadze. The teardrop, and that basket makes him 6 for 11, shooting a good percentage. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Celtics. Outside White. Pass to Brown. Now Holiday, defended by Wagner. Down low. Here's Tatum, and finished off by Tatum.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. Here's Black. Pass to Banchero. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Jaylen Brown. Brown's got 9 rebounds now.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Celtics.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And one of the league's superstars, producing as he always does. What a terrific game for Jason Tatum.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
Now here's Tatum. And then Tatum slams it in.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
Here's Banchero. Goes up on the wing. Holiday grabs the miss. 19 seconds left to play in the fourth. Porzingis sets a screen. 4-3. And Drew Holiday gets a 3.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
So we see the Celtics taking the W here. We saw 2 different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. All right, Allie, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks.